Okay, the next command in sketch based feature is hole. Let's see how it works. I'm selecting XY plane and select the sketcher one, go into the 2D zone. I will come up with a simple rectangle with dimension 200 by 150 mm. Okay, this is fully constrained. Exit workbench, padding this one, so I will pad on reverse direction, and the padding length is 100 mm. Okay, now to understand this hole we require to select any surface. When I'm selecting this particular surface and when I'm selecting this icon, now let's see, this shows us a simple window. So in this window here we have a different extensions, that is blind, up to next, up to last, up to plane, up to surface. These all are similar to that of the pad or and pocket option. Next one is it's a different types. Here a simple, taper, counter bore, counter suck, counter drill. So depending upon the drawing one can select the suitable type. Clear? And here is a thread definition. Now we'll see first extension. In that go with a blind. Now by default the system select this as a simple point, center point. If you want to change the center point, then you can simply select the positioning sketch, because by default the point is over here. But if you want the point should exactly mid of this particular rectangle, then you can simply go with equidistance point. Select this first, select the second by holding the control one, select this point and say equidistance point. Okay, similarly for these two vertical line also. Equidistance point. Okay, now this point is exactly center of this particular rectangle. Exit workbench. Now see, it is simply a blind and the sketch is over here. Now diameter and depth, this one is a diameter and this one is its depth. If I'm increasing its diameter, see over here, see it goes on increasing, and similarly if I'm increasing its depth, see, and say preview and say okay. Now this one is a simple hole which is created on this particular rectangle cube. If you want to see this particular hole, what I am doing, I am simply selecting this face, right click over here and going into its properties and increasing its transparency. Say okay. Now see, this is a solid one, so by which is also the part of inside is also solid. So in this way we simply create a blind hole. Now suppose if you want to change its type, then simply go into history and double click on hole 1. If you want, you can change the type from simple to tapered. If you are selecting the tapered, now see it is changed. Right here is the diameter, bottom diameter. If I am decreasing the bottom diameter, see over here, and depth. Okay, I will keep depth as it is, and this is upper angle. I am changing the upper angle. Okay, say preview and say okay. Now see, we get the tapered hole. See over here also. So depending upon the application, you can select the appropriate type. If I'm selecting this counter bore, this part shows me over here. That is, this is the diameter of 19 mm, depth is 5 mm. If you want, you can increase its diameter. If you increase its depth, and for this part you refer the first simple blind over here. Diameter is 19 and this one is 45. Save preview. Okay, I'm increasing this once again, so you can easily see this one. See, okay, now see, this is a blind hole. Bottom is the entire blind, and overall is simply called as this one, counter bore, right? Similarly, if you want, you can go with the next counter sunk. So you provide these two dimensions over here. Depth is 9 mm and angle is 60, and for this one particular one, go here. See, say preview, say okay. Now see, this is again this one. So in this way you can select the appropriate type. Last one is counter drill. Here, this is the diameter, this is the depth, and this one is angle. And again for this blind, the same as it is. Preview, say okay. Now see, in this way you can select the appropriate type of hole, and you can simply give the required dimensions. Clear about this particular hole? Thank you.